Welcome, everyone, to another episode of Skin Goals. I'm your host, Lisa Avalos.
Hey, and I'm Kelly, and today we are going into a topic that is so relevant and so needed. All of me as a mom and all of my neighborhood mom friends need this episode. So we're so excited to talk about essential skincare routines for teens. And we have the most fabulous guest who is multifaceted and absolutely phenomenal all the way around. We have our board-certified pediatrician, author, podcaster, also CeraVe consultant, Dr. Whitney Casares. Welcome.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm excited to be here with you.
We're excited to talk to you today because there's so many things that we've had on our minds, especially about parents who have questions about their teenage skin, their teenager skin, right?
Yeah, absolutely. It's a hot topic. I know in the neighborhood, I'm not lying. Especially because I'm in the beauty industry, I have moms who are always asking me questions like, should I use this? Like, what should I be? Because our teens, our tweens, they're into it. They're super into it.
So into it. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, it's a hot topic. It's something that has become more and more prevalent to be talked about. And it's important that we discuss it so that everyone has the right information.
Yeah, help us parents out, right?
That's right.
What should we be talking to our pediatricians about, right? We're going to get into it today. Yes. So before we get into it, we would love to know a little bit about you. I know you're an author. There's so much you've got going on. Tell us a little bit about your journey.
Yeah, so I'm a board-certified pediatrician by training, and then I have a special expertise and training in maternal and child health. I have a public degree in that, and that just means that I specialize in that synergistic relationship between a mom's wellness and a child's wellness, and vice versa. And we all know that skin woes when a parent is worried and a child's worried and vice versa. It can really impact that. I have a platform called Modern Mommy Doc where I really try to translate a lot of the advice and a lot of the information that comes from the American Academy of Pediatrics and other sources down to parents in real life, practical ways.
I love that. It's all about, for me, what does this mean for me, right?
Yes.
Because there's so much information, and then getting accurate and easy to understand information. That's amazing. That's exactly what it's about.
Yeah, exactly. And most importantly, I cannot forget, I'm a mom to 2 young girls. So that plays into this for sure, because I'm in the same place as a lot of other parents where you get worried and where you have a lot of information coming at you, and you have to really discern what is accurate and what's reputable and what's not.
Right? So on top of all that, you're raising 2 little humans.
That's right.
Which is, I don't know how you balance it all, but we're happy to deep dive into it.
Yeah, no big deal. It's no big deal.
No biggie.
You just got it all.
So we do hear from many parents who are starting to navigate that world of skin care for their teenagers. What are the absolute basic steps that every teenager should have in their routine?
Yeah.
So that way we can let mom and dad know, what are the basics?
Yeah. So basic, essential skincare for teenagers comes down to 3 things: to cleansing, to moisturizing, and helping to protect the skin from the sun. For cleansing, you want to cleanse with a gentle cleanser 2 times a day. You want to try to find something that has really that's free of things that have parabens, that have dyes, that have fragrances, but then also has a lot of beneficial ingredients. Yeah. And then after your cleansing, you want to make sure that you're moisturizing while the skin is still damp to seal in that moisture. And then we want to make sure that people are taking care of their skin and protecting it by using a sunscreen every day and by reapplying during the day.
Okay, so we'll break it down, make it real sticky and easy, right?
Yes.
1, 2, 3. Cleansing, moisturizing, SPF.
Yes.
And every day.
Every day.
Simple. Okay, I love that. And cleansing does seem pretty straightforward, but how important is it for younger skin? Is it extra important, or is it, because I'm just thinking a lot of teens, I think there's 2 camps. You either cleanse your skin and you're super into it, or maybe you're not cleansing your skin as often.
Yeah, or when I was a teen, I would cleanse my skin and then I kind of forget about it.
Yeah,
yes. And then later on I was like, why am I breaking out? but I haven't been washing my face.
Yes,
So.
yes. So it's all about consistency, and it's about using products that are going to be gentle on the skin. We don't want to be scrubbing the skin. We don't want to be having those extra factors, the fragrances, the dyes, all those parabens that are there. But you also want to make sure that it goes just beyond gentle and that we have things that are beneficial for the skin while we're cleansing as well. So we want to make sure that we're having niacinamide and ceramides in the skin to help protect that skin barrier, which is the outermost layer of the skin.
So all the options out there for parents, that's a really good basic for you to be looking for cleansers with those ingredients inside. So simple.
Yes, so simple. And really basic is the key word here.
Yeah.
We don't want advanced skincare for this population. We want it to be basic and safe and effective and simple for their skin.
Okay, love it.
Yes,
Love that.
I love that. And it's easy to remember.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. And this is a great time for a break. And we're back from our break.
Hey everyone. So we talked about cleansing, moisturizing, SPF, but is there ever a need for a treatment product? Like say breakouts are starting, what treatment could we possibly use?
Yeah, absolutely. So you're right that the first step in any treatment plan for acne, no matter what level of acne that you have, really is that cleansing, moisturizing, and protecting from the sun. And that's going to help to prevent breakouts and to help clear acne when it does occur. But sometimes there are some people that then have breakouts that need a little bit of extra help for the skin.
Yes.
And so for teens who are 13 plus, we can use an acne control gel that has 2% salicylic acid for spot treatments if needed. And you want to make sure that you're giving it enough time to work as much as possible. It can take 4 to 6 weeks of, like you said, consistent treatment to be able to see improvements there. So that's one great option that can help to really take care of those blemishes that come up. And then if after 4 to 6 weeks of treatment, it seems like we're not able to control the acne in a way that feels good to a family or to a pediatrician, then that's a time to talk to a child's pediatrician about what are the next best steps. Is that going to be a dermatologist, or does a pediatrician have other prescription level medications that they want to look into?
Yes, I love that. You know, and I think for parents, it's like the reminders, right? Or just checking in a friendly way, just being like, hey, like, how are you liking it? Do you like the way it feels? Like maybe it's like creating a dynamic where it doesn't feel like you're hounding them to use the treatment or use, the cleanser or whatever it is.
Yes, absolutely, because teens want to be independent. They want to have autonomy. That's a natural part of growing up. Developmentally, that's very natural. And we know that teens, of course, are interested in their peers' opinions of them and in kind of fitting in socially. So as much as we can empower teens to take care of their own skin and to educate them about things like the skin barrier, the better, because then they're going to really take ownership and be consistent like we want them to be.
Absolutely. And most of these teens are going to see you right before school starts. So it's a great time to ask questions for parents to ask questions about their teen skin.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a great moment.
Yeah, got the 7th grade physical coming up for mine, so yeah.
So we talked about treating breakouts. How about moisturizing? How is that important in the routine?
Yes. So a lot of people think that if you have acne-prone skin or oily skin, then you actually need to strip the skin of moisture. And the reality is that is not true. Parents can really play a huge role in debunking this myth or misconception that's out there. We know that all skin needs moisturization, and that in fact, when we don't have enough moisturization for the skin barrier, that outermost layer of skin, that really it can worsen the acne potentially, make it even more irritated in that skin barrier. And so we want to make sure that we're using a moisturizer.
That makes so much sense because I have oily skin, and when I'm not hydrated, I just produce more oil. It's just coming out of left and right, and then I realize it's because I haven't been moisturizing properly.
Yeah, exactly. And a lot of us as parents, what we were taught or what we were exposed to kind of back in the day, that wasn't what the common thinking was. And so we're now understanding the science better, knowing that moisturization really, really matters. You want to pick a moisturizer that has really beneficial ingredients like niacinamide, like hyaluronic acid, like glycerin, and like ceramides, because those are going to help to keep that skin barrier in a great place.
Strong, healthy, amazing. And hopefully if your skin barrier's in a great place, you're also thinking SPF as well, right? You're like, you want to protect, you want to keep it good. We know, I feel like as adults, we know, like, we've learned a lesson of wearing SPF.
Yes.
I'm always encouraging my kids to put on SPF and, stay consistent with it. What would you say about SPF? Yeah. What's so important?
You know what I realized too? We had a great conversation yesterday about us as teenagers being out in the sun, and now we used to get that golden brown.
Oh, yeah.
And now we're freckling. And I believe that was from the damage we probably did as teenagers.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, we've come such a long way from where we were back when we were teenagers or even children, but there's still so much more education that we can do for families and that parents can do for their children. Yeah. So important for every single person to have sun protection. We want it to be at least SPF 30, and we want it to be broad spectrum protection. Yeah. And I really try to keep it simple in this age group. I want it to be that, if possible, that teens are having that moisturization and that SPF protection at the same time. Simple routine, be able to do it consistently every single day.
Yeah. That is the goal, right? That's the skin goal.
That's the skin goal.
And there's so many great products that have both. So way to, get one and done for your skincare needs.
Yes.
Absolutely. It's all about consistency. I feel like that's what I'm learning this episode is it's about like finding a simple routine that you're consistent with, and just like encouraging as a parent, like, I mean, I can share, for me, it's like, it's getting my kids, like, they don't need all these other things. It's like, just like consistently self-care for themselves, like taking care of themselves.
Yes, for sure. Yeah, a lot of advanced skincare options out there that really aren't appropriate for younger people, and really the basic quality products are what we're looking for. I love CeraVe's AM facial moisturizing lotion because it has the SPF 30 and that broad protection. Yes. So it makes it so much easier to get into that routine for the teens, and that way they just every single day are applying it while their skin's still damp after their cleansing, and they have a one and done solution.
Yes.
I'm immediately thinking of my nephew for the AM. Like, I'm like, the next time I see him, I need to be like, hey, like, this one's the one you need. It's gonna hydrate, because he has a little acne here and there. Yeah. Like, hydrate and SPF in one, you're done, and then just cleanse. Yeah. So it's perfect. And then for my other my girls who were like super, and I don't know how they got it, but they're super into skincare. Like, it's doing all three, and finding the ones they really like.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. And we didn't even talk about, the different kind of skin types that are out there. And, if someone has dry skin or if they have more oily prone skin. But like I said, not all cleansers are created equal. Not all moisturizers are created equal. Really, there are a lot of products that can fit that bill, really protect the skin and help to create that skin barrier that's well maintained, no matter what type of skin you need. So my main message always to teens is do not strip the skin, do not shy away from products that are going to have moisturization in it. And if you need a moisturizing cleanser, even hydrating cleanser, absolutely great. We can do it in a non-comedogenic way.
Love that.
Staying consistent. I think that's what I learned today, Cal, is being consistent, and also the fact that just to keep it simple and keep it a routine. Just like we brush our teeth in the morning and at night, we should follow up with our skincare routine.
Yes, exactly. I think that really is the key here. And sometimes we try to overcomplicate it because there's so much noise out there in social media that comes from different websites, different brands. I'm interested really in keeping it as simple, keeping it as essential as possible, so that we don't do further damage to the skin for this young population who is easily influenced and can be negatively influenced.
It's so true. Now, if I could only get my kids to brush their teeth.
Absolutely.
Well, this was great. Thank you for giving our listeners some valuable tools today, and we'll see you guys next time.